Hey guys, good morning. It's what time is it? It's 4:12 a.m. And I was literally uh, I titled this one situationship because you know how Venus is in retrograde. I don't know if it's still in retrograde, but I know I think it was in retrograde from December 18th to February 3rd. Or is that Mercury? No. Venus is December 18th. I'm not 100% sure when it comes out of retrograde, but I know Mercury was from January 14th to February 3rd. But I know Venus was in retrograde December 18th. And Venus is about, getting your situations together. And if you really think about it, between December 18th and January, I would say 2nd or 3rd, you've seen a lot of friendships fall apart, a lot of them. And people need to realize that sometimes you're in a situation that God is trying to get you out of. He's trying to get you out of that situation. And sometimes you don't have the people around you that tell you, hey, that's a sign, bruh. Move on. That is a sign. And so there is an aspect to everything. There is a reason and there's a season. People are around for reasons and people are around for seasons. Some people are around to give you a lesson. Some people are around to teach you a lesson. Some people are around to give you your own karma. Some people are around to help you. Okay? So it's really important that you figure out who is who. All right? Some people are around you because they F with you, and some people are around you to F you up. Choose accordingly. Pick your friends accordingly. Choose wisely. Keep your eyes on everybody. And honestly, because I was sitting here and I was laying out thinking, because on my other channel, Your Good Sis, I'm Just, I think I'm going to um dive deep. Not dive deep. I think I'm going to talk a little more on like the things that go on in YouTube, like a little celebrity blogger stuff, because I really find it really, really interesting how so many different personalities come together and mash up and how they treat each other. I think it's really interesting. Like this whole Tasha K, Storm Monroe, it's all of them, child. The whole black sector is going crazy. And honestly, first of all, Venus was in retrograde, so those fake friendships was bound to break up. Now Mercury's in retrograde. um, then we had the full wolf moon in Capricorn, so things was going to get a little shaken up. But also, I can't help but think, okay, first we had the Caucasian side with Trisha Paytas, who like to call themselves them. That's their pronoun. Why do they do this to me? I don't know. I can't remember all of this. I'm a millennial, okay? them, they, he, she, her, it. Help. Help. It's too much. But okay, I'm gonna try. They, Trisha Paytas, they it was just a whole lot going on over there. So they fell out over there, and then when they calmed down, the black sector fell out, and it just seems like a lot of distractions going on. And I can't help, well, you know me, in my mind, in my mind, I know that there's a lot going on in the background. Like, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Maxwell, Gillespie, girl, don't get me lying on her name. She's going to talk about those 8 anonymous men that she's been trying to hide their identity for so long. I can't help but think that they're kicking up dust to hide. Do you know another building in New York had had a gas leak and burnt down in the Bronx? Why are all these gas leaks coming? Why are all these buildings burning, killing these people? What's going on? What do they want to rebuild? And you know what I'm saying? And it's getting to the point, especially with this Tasha K Cardi B trial, where people are really invested into it. You know, to the point where maybe, you know, they don't look at what's going on behind the curtain. Me, I want to look at the play. I like looking at the play. I like being entertained, but at the same time, I don't really. Let's stop it. No, I don't want to be entertained. I do not want to be detained while entity enter me. Let's stop that. Let's use a different word. And for you guys that don't know, yes, being entertained means to be detained while an entity enters you. No, 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 no. So I like to watch the show. I like it for shits and giggles, but at the same time, I also like looking behind the curtain. And you know, my channel is all about looking. This channel, my I'm just is all about looking behind the curtain. Now, my your good sis, I'm just, that channel is going to be a little bit more about the shits and giggles. But I have noticed on YouTube that a lot of people with narcissistic behaviors seem to make it like easier. They seem to blow up on YouTube easier. They seem to make the friends, and it's not just narcissistic behavior. It's a lot of dark behaviors. I'm not saying everybody. I promise I'm not saying everybody. But it seems like social media has made it easier for people like that to find victims. And that's wild. And so that's why a lot of people find themselves into situationships that they cannot get out of. But with Venus being in retrograde, it was a time where everything was revealed to you. It's a time where everything is revealed to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the business aspects. You know, like you have business partners and stuff like that. And while Venus was in retrograde, a lot of times with your business partner, a lot of y'all probably fell out or had a serious disagreement, and it was probably something that was building up. It was probably something that just didn't happen. Maybe it was something that just didn't happen. However, talk about it. Talk about it. Try to talk it out. Especially if it's somebody that you really care about, that you really don't think has malicious intent. But if you feel like you've been trying to get rid of this person, you haven't been trying to deal with this person anyway, then leave them alone because they're not helping you or your cause. Or, you know what I'm saying, not trying to help you grow. Me personally, I'm a very loyal person. If I really, really like you, like, okay, I have people that I like on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying, just on YouTube, and people that I like off YouTube. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The only person I'm willing to actually be mad at people for is my brother. That's the only person. Like, I mean, everybody else, I will try to like tell you guys, y'all need to talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to be. This is YouTube. Why are you beefing? Like, get it together. Y'all not gonna see anything. But honestly, my brother, as soon as he say, "Yo, this person did this or this person did that," I automatically just don't like you no more. I don't know. That's my brother. So, and that has happened a couple of times. My brother has said, "Oh yeah, this person did this and it. I don't like that, and they rubbed me the wrong way." And I ain't talked to them. I ain't talked to them for a good break, like months. Just stop talking to them because I didn't like what they. I didn't like the fact that they did what they did to my brother. He ain't had to ask me. You know, I just don't like that. Don't don't upset him like that. Why would you do that? He doesn't mess with anybody. Like my brother is really like the peacekeeper of like the YouTube. He's really like all he does is want to keep the daggone peace. So why would someone disturb his peace? Like what did he do? Don't do that. I'm not. Mm-mm. See now I'm gonna probably get smart with you, and you're gonna try to figure out where it came from. I'm telling you. But let's get off of that. Anyway, it's been a lot. It's been a lot going on, and it's a time to reflect. It's gonna be a lot of reflection. Yesterday, I was on a panel of a show called the Davy Way Show, and while I was on a panel, we was talking about the Tasha K trial and everything that's going on over there, and this girl Danielle was on the panel, and she was talking about culture, the baby. And we were like, no, we're not talking about the baby, but she just wouldn't get off of how Cardi B should have thought about being a mom before she went out and was a stripper, and then she done dropped the bomb about her mom being a prostitute. And I'm like, wow, wow. Why would you tell everybody in this chat that your mom was a whore? Like she said that. Like, yeah, it came out her mouth. And then she was like, well, broken women, we, and I'm like, no, sis, not we, you. I have been gluing myself back together for a long time because y'all gotta understand, broken people hurt people, hurt people, and see the hurt in people that might not be there. And that's another thing that you guys really need to look at. If someone is broken, if someone is hurt, and if someone has been through a lot, they're going to see that in a lot of things. You know, it's some people, and I'm not saying that she can't work through that. I'm not saying she can't. I'm pretty sure she can. And I really hope and pray that she does have a sit down conversation with her mom. And, you know, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. If her mom wanted to go around selling her love muffin, I don't see the problem with that. Like it wasn't like her mom was selling her love muffin. Her mom was selling her own love muffin and probably, making a lot of people, happy. She brought joy to people's lives and made money in the process. Sometimes people do things when they need money, but what her mom did did not hurt anybody. She didn't, it wasn't maliciously. It's not like she, you know what I'm saying? She was out here spreading the sauce. She wasn't doing that. And, but it really affected the young lady a lot. And to the point where we spent a lot of time on that panel trying to get her to stop talking about stuff like, about culture and it was weird. No, it wasn't weird. It was wild. But, that's just comes to show you that people have things that they're dealing with. And I hate to say this way, but you don't have to deal with it. Just because they deal with it don't mean you have to deal with it. Did you guys make your moon water last night? Not this night, but the last night, the past, when the full moon's out. Mm. But yeah, and we have a situationship with our government, especially people of color. But it's going to spread out. It has spread out, and it's going to still be about race because they just messing with us. But it's going to be more so on compliance than race. And I was on TikTok the other day, and they were talking about how Black Lives Matter. What you doing, Quinn? Quinn? That daggone cat. The heck you just do? Quentin, what were you doing? What was the bathroom doing? Get your little self together. I don't have time for shenanigans. I heard something fall. I'll get up and see what it is in a minute. I'm sorry, you got that cat, that kitten. Um, I forgot what I was talking about, yo. That cat threw me off. But where was I at? I'm talking about the situationship, talking about the government. Mm, I don't remember. Dang, that's terrible. My memory is terrible. Does somebody have any suggestions of anything that'll help with your memory? Doesn't ginseng help? You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start back to doing more like Sudoku puzzles and stuff like that to help with my memory. I'm gonna start doing more memory exercises. The crazy thing is that they say if you don't use it, you lose it. But I'm literally in school. I only have like 13 credits left, y'all. After this semester, yeah, I'll have 13 credits left, and I'm trying to split that up into 2 semesters. I don't want to put too much on myself because I still work full time, got the kids, and do other things, the business that I'm trying to get back on, get back up because I had to like slow down to literally stop while I was living in the last place because there was no place for me to paint. So now I'm getting that back up on its feet. And I want to write a book, you guys. I'm writing a book, a more in-depth book on how I got where I'm at now from where I was. It was really bad. But it's going to be in depth, but it's going to be in parts because I know how you girls like to like to well, not all of you. I'm not going to say that. But I know how some of y'all just y'all attention spans. It don't be spanning like it should. But yeah. Oh my goodness. And oh gosh, do you know they are, you know, I think they're trying to distract us for real from a lot of the regular jobs being taken, not even the regular jobs, let's not say regular jobs, let's say the humanitarian jobs like nurses, doctors, teachers, school bus drivers, the things that kind of help shape humanity. They are being taken over by the National Guard. The government is literally taking over a lot of the humanitarian work, and it's insidious. It's slowly happening. So y'all keep looking out because martial law is going to be around the corner. And when they implement it, the National Guard is already going to be in place. See, they're setting up the checkerboard now. Not checkerboard. They're setting up the pieces on the chessboard now. That's why I was reading you guys those articles about the National Guard being on the school buses and then having the school bus drivers in the classroom. They're setting up the chess pieces now. So when things really, really, really hit the fan, National Guard is already in place. They're trying to make it look innocent. It is everything but innocent, I promise you. Um, Let me see. The grocery stores. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't eat red meat. So I can't speak for red meat, but I know that there is a chicken shortage up here in the DMV. I know it's out here in Maryland. I don't know if it is in Virginia and DC, but in Maryland, we ain't got no chicken for real. And the chicken that we do have is like $5 extra. Like, you know how, I don't know if you guys know, but back in the day, we get the long pack of legs. Those were the cheapest pieces of chicken. You get the legs, you get the long pack, and I would say it was like a good three something. The three something. I used to get mad because, I mean, those are the ones I bought because I could afford it. And then next you got the thighs. Those were the second cheapest. And a pack of those maybe like four or five something. No, the cheapest ones are the quarters. Those you can get a long pack for two something. Then the legs you get a long pack for three something. Leave that alone. Then the thighs you get a pack for like four something. Or ooh, quit, get off of that. And then and then after the thighs, the breast. Now the breast, the long pack was always like $9, $10. Now, the wings and the wings. The wings was expensive too. The wings was not as expensive as the breast. The wings, a long pack of wings will run you a good $7, $8. And then the breast will run you a good $9, $10. Okay. Boom. That's how it used to be. Now you get the quarters. The quarter, 'cause I just went shopping yesterday. The quarters will run you $3, $4. The legs will run you $5, $6. The thighs will run you $7, $8. If you find wings, they're gonna run you a good $19 for a long pack. And Matter of fact, I seen some wings. I bought some wings the other day. That was like $15. And then you got the chicken breast that run you like man, they can run you upwards of $20 for a pack of chicken breast, like no bull. And my thing is that if that's the case out here, at least, I do think that maybe they're trying to push people into eating more red meat. Eh, they're messing with the chicken farms and they're pushing people to eat more red meat because if you and not only that but pork too. I mean no damn pork. If you look at like chicken wings, because I went shopping. There's a store out here called Aldi's, and I was looking and the chicken wings, a bag of wingettes cost $17. You know, the little party bag, the ones you used to get for 9 something that you would look at and be like, $9, that's a lot of money. Now they're $17. But then if I looked up, they had other wingettes, but it was like party wings and they were flavored. Like there was buffalo wings and they were only $7. And that had me thinking, is that really chicken? Is that really chicken? If we're in a chicken shortage and I can go in the freezer section and get chicken nuggets for like $4.99, I don't think that's chicken. So I feel like they're really snitching on themselves when it comes to real food and fake food. And it's just so much going on. You know what I'm saying? We're in a situationship with the earth right now. She's sick of us. She's tired. Okay. Not, and oh my gosh, if you guys are subbed up to my Instagram, you would see where it looked like they threw an explosive in the ocean, and that is what started that volcano. I mean, not that that's what went on in the ocean. It wasn't a volcano. It was an explosive that that they threw into the ocean. And if that's the case, why do they keep blowing up the ocean? They said we're going to have a galactical war with aliens. That's what they said. NASA said it a while ago. But there's no explosions going on in the sky. Everything's going on in the water. All of the explosions are going on in the water. And it's really weird how people are starting to see things like mermaids and stuff like that. And I really don't think that all of them is CGI. That was the way people are reacting. So, what's really going on? They say as above, so below. A lot of the times, then you see a UFO take off, they come out the water. Is it really a Middle Earth? And if so, are we at war with these said Middle Earth people? Bermuda Triangle. What's that about? So many secrets that we know. And you know what's crazy is that the answer to these are encoded in our DNA. Well, it was. And our DNA was waking up. But then we got injected with stuff that changed our DNA and the code of our DNA. Yeah, let that sink in. We're supposed to be having an awakening. There's like literally a chart about the fall of man. And we have awakenings. And if you look at the chart, we should be coming into an awakening. And as soon as it was time for us to come into an awakening, we have to get injections to change our DNA. That's weird. That's suspicious. But all right, you guys. I just wanted to, those are some things on my mind this morning. And I don't know. If y'all have any questions about anything, put it below. Put it below. And I'll answer it. Or specify. Oh, no. That's what I was talking about. I remember now. Oh my God, memory. I was talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay. Let me put the phone back down. I was talking about the Black Lives Matter movement and um how it was a terrorist organization. On my other page, before my page got taken down, I had showed you guys how by definition, I'm not saying by the works, I'm not saying the people, but by definition alone, the definition and mission of the Black Lives Matter movement lined up with the definition of a terrorist organization. Not only that, but that was around the same time that Obama um made the indefinite detention act, where if you were a terrorist on, like, if you were a homegrown terrorist, you can be detained indefinitely, right? They could definitely detain you. And I kept telling people, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that, because it looks like a setup. It real life looked like a setup. Okay, now let's take into effect, what have they done for the Black community? On the outside, it looked like they've done a lot. But if you dive deep into it, they're not for Black families. And I don't know if you guys know or believe this, but a Black family, the Black family unit is very important. Children need that foundation. Children need the foundation of the family unit. They need the stability, and they need that feminine and masculine energy. Okay? When there's no balance, it tips the scales. So um they don't believe in the family unit. They don't believe in Black families. And that right there is hurtful. That's very hurtful for the Black community. A lot of people see what people do on the outside, but you got to get down to the meat and potatoes. Like, if you see the roof leaking and you just keep getting fancier and fancier buckets to put under the drip, that don't mean nothing. You got to fix the roof. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so they say, oh, well, they got statues taken down, but they haven't gotten, they have not, okay, they have laws put in place so that, what is that, Asian hate laws? They have laws like that for every race but Black people. Okay, they took some racist statues down. That's a shut them Negroes up move. They're just doing a whole lot of shut them Negroes up move. Where is the law that says that we cannot be harassed? If y'all look, every law, and you know why? You know why? Because it's systematic racism. That is the difference between what everybody else go through and what we go through. We go through systematic racism. The racism against black people is so embedded into the system that if they start changing the laws that put us in jail, get us locked up and get us harassed, then they would have to literally change all of the laws because the system was put in place after slavery was abolished. They needed another way to lock niggas up, or not lock them up, but have them enslaved, have them as cheap labor. That's why they had chain gangs. There is no way people like black people could be no, black people could be prejudiced. And that's why they changed the definition of racism to include the word prejudice and took out systematic. They took out the word systematic and the word racism. They're changing the definition of things. Webster can kiss my ass. Racism is systematic. Okay? It is something that is embedded in generations and generations of people. That's why you hear a lot of white people say they don't understand, and they will never understand because and that's why you hear a lot of white people say, y'all are racist against us. We can't be racist against you. We can't. And when we had our own systems and everything set up, what did they do? They came and burnt them down every time. And you know what's so bad is that a racist person will tell you to separate. We don't want you with our kind. We'll say fine. And we separate. And then when we separate, you're doing good. Let's go mess that up. Like, come on. That right there. And after they mess it up, they don't get in trouble. They don't get in trouble. That's the systematic part. The systematic part is when the courts come into play, and it's not even. The court system is not an even playing field for blacks than it is whites, and Caucasians know it, and you're comfortable with it. You do not want it to change. Why don't you be honest with yourself and everybody else? You don't want it to change because you don't want to get treated like a nigga. So what do? You say that we're racist against you. So no, Black Lives Matter. If they want to get down to the meat and potatoes, they will dig their feet into the justice system and gut it out. But they can't. You know why? Because they're funded by they're funded by the very people who set the place of that structure. Hold on, let me say that again. They're funded by the very people who set in place that structure. So, of course, they're going to do a lot of things that'll shut us up and make it seem like they're doing something good. But in reality, and let's not also talk about the people who don't want black people who to succeed, who will infiltrate Black Lives Matter. Because I remember watching a lot of Black Lives Matter protests, and not a Negro was in sight, but it was a whole lot of little Caucasian boys messing up everything, setting stuff on fire. Even the mayor in Atlanta said that they would come in busloads and just tear up the town. And then when they leave, they say the black people tore up their own town. But when we say that wasn't us, that was y'all folk, you don't listen. So you got people that's coming up, tearing up our town in the name of Black Lives Matter that are Caucasian. Then when they are done, they get on their bus and go home. No. Come on. But that's my rant for today. That's my rant. You know? I don't know. But y'all have a blessed morning, evening. No, I'm gonna do this in the morning. Yesterday, I meant to do it in the morning time, but I messed up. So Y'all go ahead, have a blessed day, and I will see you some other time.